That was a good shot. For a human. But unfortunately for you, the senses and speed of a dark fae are too advanced for you. A pity you had to start off our meeting with such aggression. You've got quite the face. Usually, I wouldn't allow such a transgression against myself to go unpunished. But I'm in a good mood. If you get on your knees and beg for your life, I may just spare you. What do you say? Oh, I forgot how colorful you human tongues could be. Even us dark fae would never dream of using such vile language. What's that saying human mothers use? Ah, yes. Should I wash your mouth with soap? Perhaps I'll do that after I've administered your punishment. Aren't I nice? I'm saving you from the bad taste. Though you already look like you're having a bad taste in your mouth. Last chance, human. I'll make it a little easier for you as well. You don't need to get on your knees. All you need to do is say, "Please, Miss Darkface, spare me." Surely you can muster up those words in that pretty little mouth of yours. I can tell by the look in your eyes that you're frightened, human. Just say the words I want to hear, and I'll spare you from this punishment. Or else. Still so stubborn. All right. You have until the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I knew you could say it. Oh, you're panting so hard. Did you forget to breathe while you were in my embrace? Sorry to have frightened you so much, dear little one. Again with the venom. Perhaps I should think of an additional punishment for that wayward tongue. Of course it's additional. I haven't given you your first punishment yet, have I? My dear little human, I said I would spare you from that punishment. I never said I wouldn't punish you at all. No need to pull out that bow and arrow again. We both know I would be quick to disarm you, and I would do worse. So why don't you calm down before I do something you'd regret? I might even regret it myself. I'd hate to remove something beautiful from this world. You could compete against members of my father's court. You mean you don't know who I am? Did you just think I was some low-class fae? An easy kill? I'll admit, I'm not dressed in my best finery today. But doesn't the well-maintained condition of my skin and hair give away my station? You really were that naive. By the gods, you're perfect. Though, I suppose after all those dramatics, I should reveal my identity. My father is the king of the Dark Fae, which naturally would make me the princess of the Dark Fae. Crown princess, in fact. You're rather lucky you didn't kill me. Even if I wasn't the heir to the throne, my father holds me and my siblings all in high regard. But because I am the heir, I can assure you your fate would have been much worse than you could ever imagine. So, if you don't want to tempt that fate still, I shall now offer you a bargain. The offer is simple. I want you to play the role of my lover. Don't turn your back on me so quickly, dear little human. I'm controlling you through your shadow. It's a common dark fae power. Well, common among my family and I, at least. Won't you at least hear me out? What with your life being on the line and all, I thought you'd be more inclined to be attentive. Well, thank you for your cooperation. You see, as the crown princess of the Dark Fae, my people are naturally waiting for me to pick a partner to aid in my rule and produce heirs with. It's quite aggravating, to be honest. I don't think half my father's court can come up with any decent small talk. So they just say the first thing they want to know. That, or they have no tact. However, if I were to grab you by the arm, march into my father's throne room, and announce to him, my siblings, and the rest of those present that you were my lover, that would keep them off my wings for a while. Relax. Please, dear little human. Like I said, I merely want you to pretend to be my lover. You can hardly pretend if we're in an actual relationship, no? I just want to get the court off my back a little. You'd only need to act as my lover for about a year. Barely any time at all. Is that really that long? I was under the impression a year is little in the span of a human's life. Not as little as it would be to a fae, mind you, but still quite short, no? I'm afraid I can't go any lower than that. Us Dark Fae treasure love very much. Which is why, even if we only court for a year, the members of my father's court would leave me be for hundreds of years in order to grieve the loss of my love. But anything less than a year, and they may think I was a fool who rushed in without considering the sanctity of love. Even now, a year would only work because a human would consider that a substantial length to date. If it is truly that much of an issue, I can always throw in a Dark Fae blessing and some gold to sweeten the deal. Ah, I just saw your eyes twinkle at the mention of gold. I think I get the full picture now. You're a Fae hunter, aren't you? The Fae hunters are a despicable group in my eyes. But if your motivations were purely for gold, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for the sake of our bargain. Agree to my bargain, and I shall make sure when we part ways, you will return to your abode with enough gold to allow you and your next 5 generations to live, with all the comfort a human could desire. I'm glad we could come to an agreement. Take my hand then, dear little human. It's time for you to meet the family.